Yeah, what's Pappy up to? The Griffith is in the trailer in Nashville. We're headed to LA with it. And like I promised, there's a bit of a surprise at the end that we'll take care of. Here we go. First things first, let's hear it run in the morning. Yep, got a little bit of chunky to her because the choke's on, but we did put these side straps on too. It's in the trailer. This is at Nashville. I did a little show and tell with my wife and let her see it too. But we got that, so she's locked down tight. We know she wanted to shift left and right a little bit, and it's fun to always hear the engine run one more time. So we did that, and yeah, here's where we're actually putting those side straps on, getting it ready to go. And we did decide to close her up and send G down the road. Why are we calling it G? Somewhere in there, someone was calling it Griffin, not Griffith, and then they said, well, how's the G doing? So there's the G out the driveway, headed across Tennessee through, that's Memphis, and right on over the Mississippi River into Arkansas. Yeah, across Arkansas into Oklahoma, headed into Oklahoma City. You can see we picked up a pile of bugs as we got into Oklahoma City that night. Found good parking, and once again, there's my Starbucks shot set up. Headed on out in the morning with the sunshine behind us. And, if you haven't ever been to Mariatti, New Mexico, as we cross New Mexico, Chili Hills, nice little restaurant. On across New Mexico into Gallup. And when we got to Gallup, New Mexico, decided to do some work on the wiring, or at least try to fix it, because we kept getting trailer disconnect, no brakes, anyways, no help. Anyways, on out, across Arizona, across the hills there, some construction, beautiful weather, of course. Again, we've had great weather for this trip. And then we headed down into Phoenix to hang out with Chucky one more time, another one of our Kahala gang guys. Check out his cars, and he's moved into a new house. Got to see that. And of course, we did a little show and tell with G. And then on into LA, overnighted with our friend Kenny Dorman there, and he put us up for the night. Also another one of our hot rod friends from Kahala in Hawaii. And then down through the Malibu Canyon in the morning, which was the route, which was kind of fun. Which took us right down onto the Pacific Coast Highway. We get to zip down the Pacific Coast Highway before getting into the part of LA where we've unloaded. She is. Out the trailer she goes. Yeah, this is a couple blocks away. We had to park the trailer. We were dropping it off at a place, CFR Classic Car Shipping. They're the handler for actually the shipping company. It was called Pasha, or Pasha, P-A-S-H-A. Anyways, up the road she goes. And we're looking good. I think she's all fine. And then they do an inspection to see how the car looks, and everything looked great. And get a little last look here at her. Beautiful work. And love this color still. And the rims look awesome on there. But anyways, gives the shipper everything they need to know about it and do all the paperwork. And then we think, hey, we're good. Let's head out of LA and go home, which is the plan. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is the next morning. We are back in LA after a couple hours down the road, thinking we're on the way and she's safe. We get a little call. Hey, it's leaking antifreeze. Can you come back? Because we can't ship it like that. So we did haul back in, found a hotel nearby, and of course then we got to put another tank of fuel, which we thought we'd only do one in California. We could help it because, as you and I know, California's cheap gas. And actually, this was cheap gas at $4.49 a gallon. Here's our surprise. Well, it wasn't just antifreeze. We got there and there was some suspension work we needed to also straighten out before we could ship it. It turned out to be a little more of a project than we'd planned. Playing around quite a bit with it. Finally, after some discussion and looking, there was a bolt that we were trying to get right. And the more we played with it, tried jacking to get position, decided we were going to put a different bolt in, different nuts and bolts. So we ended up going to a place called Cal Aero. I'll show you some video of that later. Also note the jack stands we had there were awesome. A kid working there loaned them to us. He was like lived a block away. At CFR, they were awesome. Really took care of us. So here's that Cal Aero. There it is, Cal Aero. They had every kind of hardware and then some that you just can't believe. And it goes on and on and on. And they have just rows of every kind of bolt and hardware item you can think of, and then some. even some wheels and stuff. But I did find the bolt we were looking for. But like I said, check this out, up and down the aisles. I wish I had one of these in my area out in Nashville. There was one up north where I used to live called Axeman. Yeah, but Cal Aero, if you're ever in, and it was only like, oh, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from where we're at that CFR Customs. By the way, those guys are awesome because we had they were great. They were like, hey, just here's some space to work, and I could go in and out and work on the trailer as much as I wanted. But like I said, this place, a couple bolts, and still, though, we struggled a little to get it back the way we wanted it for shipping. It was definitely our surprise. Luckily, we had planned an extra day on the trip, and a little more fiddling around with it, getting the right bolt, a little straightening. We did get it back on its wheels. Looking good, is ready to go to Hawaii. And oh yeah, one last look. Here we are, checking for this antifreeze leak. It was a little bit off of the thermostat housing, but that was all good too. And that actually was the smaller part of the deal. And one last stop on the way out of town after we dropped her off to package up parts and ship them to Hawaii. And there it is. 2 weeks later, we got it in Bill's garage and looking to get you some video of it in Hawaii.